Hey, 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 financial coaches. Happy Tuesday to you. Coach Kelsa here. I am the creator of this amazing group, Financial Coaches Unite, and a financial coach myself. The name of my business is Fiscal Fitness Phoenix, and I am also the creator of the Financial Coach Academy. And I posted this morning, but I wanted to come live because I have like a whole nother takeaway that I wanted to share with you, which is around this idea of what does it take to get one client? Maybe you're shooting for your very first client, or maybe your clients first came from like your sphere of influence, like the people you know, and now you're sort of looking for that first client out of your initial sphere of influence. So what does it take to get one client? I posted this morning that we ended the Client Creator Challenge last night. We did our wrap-up celebration meeting last night. The Client Creator Challenge, for those of you who don't know, is a 90-day challenge all designed towards helping financial coaches get more clients, right? Generate more revenue, but overall become the coach who can sustain consistently getting clients. So not just like for 90 days and then you're sort of like, now what do I do? But like really transforming the way you talk about your business, your offerings, your marketing, literally everything, your confidence, how you feel about your business, all of those things, so that even after the 90 days is up, you are just hitting the ground running forever and ever. And we wrapped up last night, and so I shared some statistics this morning that were amazing, and I want to share a couple of those with you really fast. But then also I want to tell you what we were able to figure out because of that. We were able to sort of reverse engineer and say, so what did it take to get even just one client out of this, right? So the Client Creator Challenge, we had 28 coaches participate. They generated in 90 days $185,522 in new client revenue. So these are clients who are new, not clients who had been working with them already previously before the challenge started. $185,000 and 147 new clients during that time, which is just so amazing. I absolutely love it. But that's not even the best part, okay? The best part is that before the challenge, coaches were making on average one offer per month. One offer to somebody per month to work with them. And by the end of the challenge, the average was 5 per month across the coaches, which is so awesome. 500% increase, right? Like that is incredible. Even better yet are some other statistics. We scored what was your confidence in your messaging before you started the challenge compared to after. What was your confidence in how you articulated the value of what you do for people before you joined the challenge and after? So we are able to score all of those things. And even to me, the most important one was, how much joy do you feel about yourself as a financial coach and about your business? Working on your business, how much joy does this work bring you before the challenge compared to after? And that number went from, here I can tell you, it went from a 4.6 to a 7.85. Huge improvement in just the joy we feel. And that absolutely comes from feeling like you've got it figured out, feeling like you're doing things right, feeling like the things you're doing are working and they're paying off and you're seeing results from them, right? Because if we're working really hard but not really seeing results, it can feel so defeating. We can get frustrated more easily and we can really, beat ourselves up. So just the amount of joy coaches feel, I know that that is going to translate into even more growth. The more excited you feel about your business, and the same is true, this is true for clients, the more likely you are to invest effort, energy, time, everything into doing it even more, right? Which then means you get even greater results. We always tell our clients on our coaching side of the business that we will look at all these different strategies, debt payoff strategies, how do you save to, for a down payment on a house or your emergency fund, like all those types of goals, right? We will look at all the different avenues we can take for each one, but then we ask the client, which one would get you most excited? Because one thing that we have figured out is that while money is important and the numbers looking good on a spreadsheet are important, the thing that a spreadsheet can't take into consideration is the enthusiasm from the client. And if a client feels enthusiastic about something, the results are going to happen faster, better, greater, all of that. And the same is true for all of us as coaches, right? Like if we love what we're doing, if we feel like we're figuring it out, if it's feeling more like us and we're doing it in a way that feels right for us, we're going to be able to do more of it. We're going to be able to help more people. We're going to be more likely to lean into having conversations. Just so many good things come from it. But here's the thing that I wanted to make this video about. We track everything during the challenge. Social media posts, how many one-to-ones coaches are doing, how many networking events. They are tracking everything because the entire purpose is to figure out what's working and what's not working, right? So we were able to discover that in order to gain those 147 new clients that those coaches generated in just 90 days, they did 315 one-to-ones, 228 networking meetings were attended, and they posted on social media 2,827 times. Incredible, right? You guys, like, so proud of them, seriously. Like, they deserve all of the credit for how hard they worked. So the cool thing is that we're able to say, so what did it take to get one client, right? So I'm going to round up because you can't do 2.14 one-to-ones, right? So I'm going to round up on these. In order to get one client, there's always a blend between your social media efforts, your online marketing, and your real in-person conversations that you're trying to have, right? Which is like at networking events or with strategic referral partners. So we did, in order to get one client, on average, it took 3 one-to-ones. On average, in order to get the first client or one client, it took 1.5, so 2 networking events, and it took 19.2, so 20 social media posts. I want you to hear me. It took 3 one-to-ones, 2 networking meetings, and 20 social media posts for every one client that these coaches got. So I want you to think about what you've been doing, your effort, your consistency, how you're showing up. Are you doing all of those things? We see all the time where like a coach will post in this group and they'll say, I posted one time and I got like a couple of comments, but like nothing really happened. And, you know, we really will cheer them on. We'll say, keep going, don't stop, blah, blah, blah. And I think this gives us that really great benchmark, that milestone to shoot for. Of course, it's not a guarantee. I'm going to talk about why in just a second. Some other things you'll also want to be doing at the exact same time. But I think this gives you a little bit of a framework. Lupe says, I need to put more effort, right? Like, I think this gives us something to shoot for. Like, you got to get out there and do 3 one-to-ones. You got to get out there and attend 2 networking events, and you can't quit till you've done at least 20 social media posts. All 3 of those things need to be happening, and then that's just to get one client, right? So if you haven't done those things and you're feeling frustrated because you haven't gotten a client, it's just too soon, right? This gives us something to shoot for. And I love knowing this number, right? And not that it's going to be the same for everybody, right? For some people, it might take a little bit more, a little bit less, but this at least gives you some perspective. Wrap your brain around the fact that this is not immediate gratification, right? There is a delay in sort of getting results with these types of things. Some other things you're going to want to pay attention to is your messaging, your bold messaging. This is something that we paid really close attention to. We did a ton of coaching on it during the Client Creator Challenge. It was a big focus of the challenge, is how do you embrace boldness and confidence and just really standing out in your messaging online so that those 20 posts are resonating, that they are landing, right? They are penetrating the noisiness of online. How are you articulating the value of your offer or what you do for people? And this is another thing you'll want to continuously refine. What are your calls to action? When you do the one-to-ones or you're attending networking meetings and someone says, what do you do? Refining and continuously refining what you say when someone asks you that, so that it's always getting more powerful, right? You're figuring out what lands, what doesn't land, that sort of thing, and always improving in that. So it might be that like these numbers are double, like it actually takes more one-to-ones, more networking meetings, and more social media posts initially, because the first, let's say, half or dozen of those things, we're saying things wrong, or they're not penetrating, or they're not landing with our audience, right? And we're learning over time how to refine that messaging. So then we get to these numbers, right? Where it's like, okay, now I just want to do these things consistently, right? So if you have a goal of getting 2 clients a month, right? That gives you some goals now to back into, where you can say, how many one-to-ones do I need to be doing then? How many networking meetings do I want to attend? And how often should I be posting on my social media? All too often a coach will say, like, how often should I be posting? And it's like, oh God, what a question to ask, right? Because it depends. Well, this is gives you a framework to really try and figure that out of like, well, if you want 2 new clients a month, some of you have only a goal of doing this part-time, and that's amazing. That's totally fine. You might be like, hey, if I post a couple times a week, get a client every other month or so, I'm fine with that. Then that gives you your target, right? This gives you your strategy specifically, where if you are a coach that's like, I got to replace my full-time income as quickly as possible. I need 5 new clients a month, like as consistently as possible. That gives you these numbers. You really need to be doing one-to-ones. You've got to be doing networking meetings, and you've got to be doing, be more active on social media. Yes, that all takes time, but you're going to replace that time eventually with client time anyway. It's just, again, there's that imbalance, right? Where we're like client attraction and client service. When we don't have a lot of clients, we're not spending a lot of time on client service. So we're going to just spend a whole bunch of time on client attraction, our marketing, right? And then eventually we can start to even those two things out a little bit. We also scored coaches on their effort before. So I know Lupe had commented and said, like, I need to be putting in more effort. We scored the coaches on that. Like, how consistent have you been before the challenge? What would you say? Everybody did an assessment at the start. They scored themselves and they said, here's how consistent on a scale of 1 to 10 that I've been in really trying to get new clients. Here's the amount of effort I've been putting in, or like productive effort, that intentionality, right? Like, we all sometimes feel like we're busy, but we're busy with doing the wrong thing. So like, how much effort have you been putting in? And then we had them score those things on the back end. And everybody said their effort and consistency was like double what it was. And the entire goal, the nice thing about a 90-day challenge is that you have to create sustainable habits. You can't sprint for 90 days. It's not possible, right? So something like a 21-day challenge, which we used to do in this group, a long time ago, for those of you who remember, our OG coaches in this group, and you can, like, the amount of effort you put in 21 days is like a lot. And then you like literally like sleep for like 4 days afterwards, right? That is not the goal of a 90-day challenge. The 90-day challenge was all about creating systems that are sustainable, creating the level of effort and consistency that feels so good to you. You know it pays off, and you feel like you can do it for a really long time. Then that just becomes routine. And then you can focus on continuously refining your messaging, how you articulate the value, and all of those types of things. So I want you to ask yourself, have you been consistently putting effort into one-to-ones, networking meetings, and social media posts so that you are getting your one client, the next one client, right? Whether it's your first client, your 100th client. In order to do that, we've got to be doing 3 one-to-ones, 2 networking meetings, and 20 social media posts. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know if this is helpful to kind of give you a target. I feel like when I first started, if somebody would have said, like, hey, this is what you shoot for, just keep going until you hit this number, and then, keep going after that. Like, it would have been so freeing for me. So I wanted to share these targets for you. Let me know if this was helpful for you, and also let me know what you plan to do with this information. I want to hear from you. All right, I will talk to you guys later. And if you want to know about the next Client Creator Challenge, we're going to do it in January of every year. Let's kick off every year with like just this amazing energy going out, right? So if you want to be the first to hear about that, you can check out financialcoachacademy.com/subscribe and get on our email list. We always promote things to our email list first. This will not be like hundreds of coaches in the Client Creator Challenge, just so you know. It's got to be, we provide coaching and all that kind of stuff in there. So it's not going to be like, a huge number of people who can enroll. So if you want to be one of the ones to find out about it first, so that when we do it again in January, you can sign up, head over to financialcoachacademy.com/subscribe. All right, I will talk to you guys later, and huge congratulations and just heartfelt pride and joy for all of the 28 coaches who took advantage of the Client Creator Challenge and really showed up. And I just think about the fact that we have 147 more people getting help with their money right now than we did 90 days ago, right? That is so freaking cool. And one of the mindset things that we talked about yesterday on the wrap-up call was That's just how many people signed up for coaching. The number of prospects, because all the coaches also track how many leads are coming in, the number of conversations they're having. I mean, you guys, it's intense, but it works, right? They have so many more people that they are nurturing right now. Like, it's amazing to think about where these 28 coaches are going to be 90 days from now, because this is just the beginning, right? Like, they had a big hurdle to overcome. They had to finesse their messaging. They had to get out of their own way. They had to do hard things. And like, it all felt awkward at first. Now they're pros, and the next 90 days, like, they've got their messaging dialed in. They are doing awesome. And now they've got all of these additional people they're also going to be nurturing. It is so cool. We're changing the world, you guys, with the way people manage their money, and I am just so dang proud. Congratulations to the coaches and the Client Creator Challenge. Bye, everybody.